What?
It's a motherfucking DeLorean, people.
Go to 88.
It makes a little bit of noise.
Let's go.
Ready?
Do it!
Christ.
Marka!
Damn.
Deuces!
Yeah.
This motherfucker's driving a goddamn DeLorean.
Keep Andrews. Daddy.
That's...
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Dude, that is the next intro.
Behind him's like, fuck, I want to honk, but he's driving a fucking
I'm just saying, whenever the fuck I get to recording the next video, that's still going to be the fucking intro.
That was pretty sick.
Damn it, Chris needs to be here so I can be like, hey, do the one thing.
Do the one thing.
Hi, John.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul.
Good.
How's that bet going for you?
You just lost 5 trade.
Did I?
Yeah, you finished all his food.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
You're going to owe me 5 trade, Paul.
No, dude.
Bullshit.
This is like a snack to me.
Right.
finish all the sauces.
He has to finish every drop of food. And from the looks of it,
I'm even gonna lick the plate clean, alright? Just for your entertainment sound, alright?
I got this on camera at that, Paul Cooper.
I'm gonna lick
Paul
the
Empty
plate
Jar Cooper. Paul second place at the YCS Cooper.
Or like Paul Empty Stomach.
clean. Nah, dude, we gonna ham. See how small the stomach is? It'll be out here.
Alright, bro. Alright.
Paul Cooper gonna lose this bet. Oh my god!
Hey!
A wild bitch boy appeared. What's it like to be on video, finally?
What is that?
It's a camera, you dumbass.
Eh.
You wonder why we call you bitch boy.
I'm not even gonna go anywhere with that.
So, YouTube, but we have something special for you today. It's our 4th iteration of everybody's favorite deck to ignore.
Beaver
Bitchboys.
Warrior.
Yeah.
Bitchboyz Beaver Warrior.
And this is volume 4. What was the special little nickname?
We have Boxin Bitches.
Why is it called Boxin Bitches?
Because we use Battlin Boxers.
Well, why don't we cut the petty small talk and get straight to the deck. Show us this Battlin Boxers bitch boy style.
Alright. Mascot, we always gotta have them. First, we're gonna start right off the bat with the most important card.
Battlin Boxer headgear?
Exactly. This guy sets up all the plays.
By...
He ditches a monster, a Battlin Boxer monster, when you normal summon him, to the graveyard.
From the deck?
From the deck.
Okay.
You cannot do it from the hand, unfortunately. That would lead to so much troll.
That'd be a minus.
Yeah, that's true. Next most important one is Switch Hitter.
What does Switch Hitter do?
Switch Hitter is when is your +1. You normal summon him, and you get to take a Battlin Boxer monster from your graveyard and special summon it to the field.
Besides that combos with this guy. It's
Exactly.
pretty good. But he does also have the restriction that you can only special summon a Battlin Boxer to turn you use this effect.
Exactly. Although that's not really a restriction, considering what the monsters will eventually lead up to. Next up, we got Counterpunch.
What is he?
He's the equivalent of Honest for this deck.
Or Colute, because it's a set amount.
Exactly.
But basically, when he's in your hand or in your graveyard, you can remove him from game to boost the Battlin Boxer's attack by 1,000.
Exactly. Pretty much he's your nuclear deterrent.
It's pretty fucking good.
Yes.
Especially when you're using 2 of them on my Tiger King.
Yeah, that was kind of sad and waste of resources, but it worked.
Bitch.
Next up, we got Glassjaw. This guy sets up a lot of plays.
He's a 2,000 beater that when I try to attack him, he pops himself. But then
his second effect activates. Whenever he is sent to the graveyard via card effect,
whether it's detached, discarded, sent from the deck to the graveyard, etc.
pretty much anything you can think of by effect, sent to the graveyard, he activates. What happens then is that he adds a Battlin Boxer monster from your graveyard to your hand. Yes, Switch Hitter is the main option for that, mainly due to the fact, hey, guess what, I'm going to normal summon and grab something. It leads to so many plays.
It's pretty good.
Next up we got is Spar. Now this guy is your extra manpower.
You control a face-up Battlin Boxer type monster, you can special summon him from your hand, but you cannot declare an attack for the rest of that turn.
Exactly. Pretty much what you do with him is that you summon him after battle phase. Main phase 2.
Or first turn, or if you're in a bind.
Pretty much whenever you can't really do combat, there you go. He special summons himself when you have a Battlin Boxer monster, so as long as you have one guy on the field, you can just go have a heyday. Now for my personal tech in the deck.
It's Beaver Warrior. So guess what, people? It's the All-Star.
Exiled War. It's
Exiled
Force.
But only 2, because he doesn't really need any more outs to Ophion because the deck doesn't really get bothered by that. And of course, this card's a pain in the ass that he just loves to reuse and use.
Oh yeah, I know how to troll the place. Next up is for reusability. We got
2 Warrior Return of the Lives.
exactly. Pretty much this sets up plays with headgeared and switch hitter.
And this guy.
Yeah, and Exile Force.
Because of Sean.
Yeah. Next up, we got a single creature swap for the troll plays. By the way, if you ever use this deck, never use it on headgeared.
Because I will rape the shit out of you.
Well, mainly because headgeared also has a second effect where he cannot be destroyed by battle once per turn.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Pretty much I recommend using Counterpunch because it has 0 attack and it sets up the Counterpunch.
Or you could theoretically give them a used up Utopia.
Yeah, there is that too. Next up, we got...
Glassjaw.
Next up, we got Magnum Shield.
I'm going to take a bit of explaining, so you mind touching them up on what this is?
Gladly. Magnum Shield is another form of nuclear deterrent in this deck. It's not an actual card that you would normally put in here, but it is recommended for a warrior-type deck. You can only equip it to a warrior-type monster. If the monster is in attack mode,
It gains the defense.
it gains the defense power of the original defense power of the monster. If it is in defense mode, it gains the original attack power of the monster to its defense.
Pretty beefy.
Yeah.
2800 attack headgear.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Next up, we got Foolish Burial.
For the dumping place. And
Pretty much, this dumps a Counterpunch or a Glassjaw to your graveyard for a free play.
next up,
Next up, we got Pot of Duality.
consistency at its finest.
Yep. Next up, we got one of the Trinity of Power that still is in use, Heavy Storm.
And,
The other one that is also in play in here is Monster Reborn.
and,
The final one that people have actually been starting to tech out is Dark Hole.
yeah, this plus Yoke is fucking retarded, I'm just saying.
Then we got a little deal if you run Warriors is an automatic derp. Reinforcement of the Army.
Because everything is searchable with this fucking card.
Everything in the deck is level 4 or lower, so you can literally search any card in that deck to the field. Well, hand.
Fucking idiot if you don't run this.
Yeah. Next up we got Book of Moon, just for the obvious plays.
It's an offensive and a defensive card.
Next up we got MST. Another card I've heard that's been slowly getting knocked out of play.
Not too many back row heavy decks, so 3 is kind of overkill.
Next up we got the Troll Trap.
He doesn't want to play Bottomless or Torrential, so he plays this fucking card. Asshole.
Then we got a anti-summoning deterrent, so we got our compulsionary evacuation device.
That's a nice Zen main / Maestro out there. Be ashamed. Ah! Be nice. That's a nice Drago stack. Ah! Sucks to suck.
Yep. Then the final troll is Threatening Roar. Pretty much, no battle phase for you!
If you don't kill me, then I'm gonna have to kill you.
Exactly.
That's on the fine extra deck.
Oh yeah.
You know, show
Pretty
me.
much, the only card you need in your extra deck is this guy. Yoke.
Yeah, okay. Now I'll let you actually explain this one a little bit.
Yoke is pretty much the #1 guy you will go for no matter what in your extra deck. He is a 2200 attack monster, fire element, rank 4, requires 2 Battlin Boxer monsters to summon.
But he's not generic.
He is not generic, unfortunately.
But
No, that's a bit of a happy face. But the plus side to it is that he is severely broken. If he is targeted, if there's any form of effect that would destroy him, he can ditch a Exceed material to not be destroyed, and, yes, there is an and, he gains 800 attack.
and
He can use it multiple times a turn.
it's permanent.
Oh yeah, the 800 attack boost is permanent. So you would have a permanent 3800 on the field.
That pretty much sideswipes everything that's not compulse or.
Yeah, pretty much every single destruction card that you can think of makes this guy stronger.
And switch hitter, or I think it is. Yeah, switch hitter is pretty much automatic Yoke.
Exactly.
So is Spar. But then Spar also makes the next card he wants to show off and enlighten us on a little bit, which is
This one.
yes.
This guy. He is not as important as Yoke, but he is a recommended play-around card. Pretty much, he also has a powered-up version using a card called, what, Power-Up Magic?
Rank up, power, some bullshit, I don't know.
Pretty much what happens is that he has a secondary mode that makes him more powerful. But this card itself has plays with Yoke himself. I'll explain. It's 3 warrior monsters, so he is generic.
Well, it's just 3 level 4 monsters, actually.
Yeah, 3 level 4 monsters. So he is generic all around. His effect is that when you detach the exceed material, you can only detach it when one of your monsters is attacking an opponent's monster. The monster is then cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effect. And the damage that you would take from the battle, if your monster has lower attack, is then done to your opponent. So in a sense, it's a free magic cylinder.
Or the Amazoness bitch that has 1500 attack. Big titty Amazon woman.
Oh, Amazon's fighter.
Yeah. Also, on a lesser note, his rank up version is fucking broken as shit. But the reason we're not highlighting too much on this card is because that's a deck in and of itself.
Oh yeah, that's a completely separate deck. Pretty much, when you want to go for an exceed, here's your main guy.
Yup, control.
Oh yeah.
And some other good things that he's learned from playtesting, of course. The obvious Shockmaster, Utopia, and
Blade Armor Ninja.
also Excalibur works really good too because he's
Oh, yeah.
also because everything in the deck's a level 4 warrior minus the fucking counterpunch. But since we have a minute or two, would you like to enlighten anyone on your thoughts, opinions about this deck?
The main thing I want to see with this thing is get more defensive support. Its offensive is great, but it needs more ways to get around certain card effects. The main card effect that I want to point out is the main thing that will end most plays with this deck. Balancing will not affect this deck as much as removal will. Any form of graveyard destruction or removal will completely destroy this deck flat out.
Also, Compulse is a bitch on this card.
Actually, Compulse bouncing, you can literally get him back within a turn. Bouncing really does not matter to this deck.
But straight up removal of everything, bottomless is...
Yeah, just straight up removal completely wrecks it.
And deprisons your nightmare.
Oh yeah, D-Prison especially... No, D-Fisher is a bigger problem. Because you want access to your graveyard. If your graveyard is cut off by something like Macrocosmos and D-Fisher, your deck's done. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
But of course, Mystical Space Typhoons and a side deck does exist for shit like that.
Oh yeah. Pretty much the main thing you want to watch out for is if your opponent starts getting remove happy.
So, another random question. How does it feel to have a good warrior deck?
I will miss the original I'll miss the craziness that the original Beaver Warrior had, but this thing supplies a lot of what the original Beaver Warrior supplied me, but is a lot more consistent. Except for that one tech where I always gotta have it no matter what.
Your favorite -1.
Oh yeah. But Beaver Warrior original still lives on.
In infamy. Heart of the cards.
Yeah. The Heart of the Card play style is now where the deck is now at.
Which we'll discuss on a later date.
Oh yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Bitchboy. And this is Beaver Warrior 4. What do you call it again?
Boxin Bitches.
Boxin Bitches. Make sure to like, favorite, rate, comment, subscribe. You know the usual. This is Meh, pigandmeh, with Bitchboy. Showing you guys his Battlin Boxer deck. Signing out. Paul,
Yes.
tell him what just happened.
Nah.
Tell him what happened. Tell him what happened.
Like me and Sam Kelly, we bet 5 trade that I could finish all my foods that I ordered. I ordered 2 meals, a Grand Slam, and then this big old, I don't know what this was. I don't like pancakes, so that's not getting fixed.
Excuses. But what happened?
And this has too many onions on it.
I
I lost.
You did what?
Alright, we're good. I lost 5 trade to this man holding the camera. I'm done, dude. I'm fucking full. No.
Binder?
No, forget this. That's 5 trade. You might
Binder?
put 2 burgers. No.
Binder.